Hi, hello people of YouTube. Come on in. I need to tell you a little story. It's a story about evolution. It's not about the evolution that we are used to hearing in history. It's not the evolution of this to this. It is the evolution that we are all going through right now. So, I don't know if you ever watched the movie Lucy, but there is a point in that movie where Lucy goes all the way back and meets Lucy. In this stage, I'll put the image in here somewhere. And also, in that movie, Lucy, they're talking about how much of our brain we access and what happens when we access higher levels of consciousness. And that is what is happening with all of us across the whole world right now. We are in the beginning stages of the largest mass awakening that history has ever seen. It's not just a revolution, but it is an evolution. And I think every evolution starts with some sort of revolution. And again, this is an evolution of our mind. If you've seen all the videos about the pandemic babies that are being born and how they're just born different. And, you know, a lot of babies from the past, you could see similar things. You know, it's not unheard of for babies to be born with teeth. It's not unheard of or unseen, but it's just a little bit stronger right now. And a lot of people are more aware. So, I had a very interesting thing happen to me. A friend of mine is studying fingerprint analysis. And she explained that our fingerprints basically carry a code. Okay, before we come here to this earthly, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So before we come to this human experience, we decide what we're going to look like, where we're going to live, who our parents are going to be, what lessons we need to learn. And then we're kind of put here and we have the rest of our lives to play that all out. Life really is a big school. We are here to learn. We are here to grow. We are here to evolve. And that is so prevalent right now at this time. So like I was saying, part of my evolution, you know, I guess we have a fingerprint that we're born with that never changes. There are certain aspects of our fingerprint that never change. And then there are lines that change as we grow and evolve. And so for me, I found out that my school, my life lessons are all regarding love. And a lot of it has to do with self-love. You know, in my journey to where I am now, I'm a Taurus, so I didn't have a lot of self-love. It was all about pleasing everybody else, doing everything that everybody else wanted me to do, doing everything that made everybody else happy. So part of my life lesson is learning, and it was also learning how to be seen, learning how to be heard. And that was I was the youngest of 4 kids, so I was not seen, I was not heard. I had a very religious mother and a father who was not so religious. So there was a lot of push-pull dynamics in my upbringing. But in this analysis that my friend did for me, it even pointed out that I have overcome. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm all the way healed and I'm some kind of a master. I think we all have room to continuously grow. I know the first thing they taught us in hairdressing school is that if you think you know everything about hairdressing, you shouldn't be a hairdresser, because styles are always changing, products are always changing, techniques are always changing. So you always have to be willing to grow, to change. I don't think this process ever really ends once we get on it. So, the thing that I was really excited about is apparently your fingerprints can tell you what your life purpose is. And in particular, my middle finger on the left hand, the print here determines what my life purpose is. And I'm not going to explain that because I don't really know how it works. I'm not a professional. But I do think it's very ironic that this finger is the one that I tattooed. And I tattooed my zodiac sign, which is the bull. I'm a Taurus. And then this little dot represented the bullshit. So I call this my bullshit detector. And it's quite funny because my life purpose apparently is to be a mentor, a coach, a spiritual teacher. And part of my life purpose was to overcome the blockages in my throat chakra, to be able to be seen, to be heard, to talk. So, yay for me. I'm apparently reaching a great stage in my evolution. So instead of just totally sitting here babbling, I wanted to see what I asked Spirit, what is what is everybody's evolution process at this time? What are we here to evolve from? Okay? And we are very much getting that we are here. The purpose and point right now in time is to evolve emotionally, to learn how to somewhat detach from our emotions so that they're not holding us back, they're not weighing us down. Okay, when we sit in our emotions and when we discover what they are trying to tell us and we allow ourselves to process it, each time we process an emotion, it just frees us a little bit more and a little bit more. We are moving away. We are detaching from our emotions. We are detaching from our past. We are liberating ourselves from all of the negative energy that is keeping us stuck, that is keeping us bound. We are, instead of focusing on the problem, the loss, we are learning how to focus on solutions, resolutions. We are learning how to break patterns, break cycles. We are learning our inner truth. We are evolving on a very conscious level. We are looking to be seen, to be heard, to be free, to be our sovereign being, to liberate ourselves from control, to be free to just be our authentic self and not worry about how other people are going to perceive us. Okay? We are looking for clarity, and it's clarity on who we are, clarity on what we want, clarity on any repeating patterns and cycles. You know, suddenly knowing what things you need to break, what things you need to overcome in order to be successful. Learning how to gain mastery of your thoughts and your emotions. Learning how to respond instead of reacting. You know, in the past, we were always so quick to react instead of stopping and thinking about the situation, going deeper and finding the bigger picture, the reason why something's happening the way it is, finding the lesson. And once we gain this clarity, once we overcome our limiting beliefs, once we overcome any, once we free ourselves from any repeating patterns, a new pathway is going to open up for us. We're going to know what direction to go in. We're going to know what action to take. We're all overcoming, in a sense, our egos. Okay, there's no more avoiding situations. Okay, this is very much gaining clarity, knowing what direction we need to go in. This has a lot to do with very much to do with overcoming our limitations, evolving on a conscious level, being able to go within to make decisions that are productive for us instead of ones that keep us repeating a certain cycle over and over and over. Again, with the temperance, this is about transmutation, evolution, going from the old to the new. And we have a message. The big theme is simplicity. Dumping all of the stuff that is overburdening you. Okay, getting rid of anything that is not yours to carry. Simplifying our life. Getting rid of anything material that is just weighing you down, holding you down. Getting rid of people, overcoming. It has a lot to do with our consciousness. The theme is very much overcoming or being overcome. Like I said, we are all on this journey. We all have a destination that we kind of decided before we came here. But we all have free will. And it's like all roads lead to the same destination. It's how hard are you going to make it, or are you going to even make it at all? You can make it a hard journey, you can make it an easy journey, you can reach the finish line, or you can give up. The choice is yours. Nobody is going, you have a lot of spiritual guidance. Spirit is trying to nudge you. But it's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. It's the same thing with each and every one of us. Spirit can lead us to where we need to be, but it's up to us to take a drink. It's up to us to do what needs to be done to get to our destined place. Which is, I believe, this. This is kind of like our end goal. Are you going to succeed or are you going to be overcome? The choice is yours. We've been saying a lot. You can choose to evolve, or you can choose to remain the same. The choice is yours, my friend. Choose wisely. I thank you so much for tuning in, and tell all your friends about this crazy ass bitch, because you're going to be seeing more and more. Until then, friends, I'll catch you next time.